All right, so the 1.5 anniversary happened earlier this morning, and we're now going over the character that is going to be Satoru Gojo, as well as there's going to be a new Shoko, but honestly, I'm like more interested in the Gojo. Obviously, the Shoko, as I'm pulling up right here, essentially what she does is she is a healer for her skill 3. She's also a just normal attacker, and then she's also a buffer, which is very, very cool. And then she's also able to go into stealth mode, so she can essentially just do like the whole Gojo thing and just not take damage, which is very, very good. Don't get me wrong, and the fact that she's also green is very good because green is definitely like needing as well. And then Gojo is also green as well, but we're gonna go over like rough translations as to what Gojo does. He's going to be a high damage dealing character. He's going to be accumulating core of cursed power, increasing his own cursed energy damage, or so like by 210%. And then additionally, each skill will be greatly strengthened by becoming the Tenjo Tenka Yuga Donkatson during battle. So like when he becomes like the enlightened state. So we're gonna go ahead and look at it here and just see really what he does. So just give it a sec. All right, here, let's jump here, and we have the overall damage stuff. So Gojo is going to be taking damage, right? Only when he becomes enlightened. At this current instance, he is not taking any damage, but once he becomes that enlightened, he's able to quote unquote take damage. You can see here, we can see right there that he does have the immortality that he just is not going to get hit. So we can see here that we have a buffer, a single attack damage dealing ability, and then skill 2 is what he's going to be using to obtain his cursed orb stuff. Still not 100% sure what exactly that does, but we can see here that it's gonna do the skill 2 Shoko right there. Obviously, attack, buffing, and then healing. Also with Gojo is that he is going to be a single target damage dealing character. So we can see there Shoko is going to be increasing the Jujutsu damage output as well as Taijutsu, which is very nice. The skill here, skill 2, is going to be granting that orb thing. It's still very unsure, honestly. We can see there, boom, lots of damage, single target. We can see there, boom, he has 2. And then because of that, he's able to further increase his ultimate gauge right here, which is very good. And then now we are going to be activating the third state, or the third skill will be going into the enhanced enlightened version. And then we can see there he also has like an animation, which is very sick. And then he is in that state for 3 turns. Ultimate is going to be increased, which is very, very good. Shoko just doing generic damage, and we can see there that Gojo is going to be attacked and damaged, which is interesting to know. Another thing to know is that I believe skill 1 is an AoE, which is actually really cool. So the fact that he's able to do AoE along with single target damage, very, very good. We're going to be having a damage buffer. Boom, Gojo, doing his thing. Counter as well. I want to see right there a counter mechanic as well, which is going to be very good. You're going to see exactly what I mean by that. It doesn't look like it taunts, which is unfortunate. So boom, there's the counter and a stupid amount of damage. So I wonder, I'm waiting to see when like the official translations actually come out, whether or not the counter is going to taunt as well, or have some feature of like a taunt to where it focuses the attacks coming into him. And you can see as well with the counter, okay, so it's gonna be the AoE, is that he gained another orb right there. So now he's up to 3, he was at 2. And then skill 1, boom, AoE, a lot of Unga Bunga damage, which is phenomenal. Okay, now we are going to be seeing the ultimate. It just says all. This is going to be the hollow purple, I believe. I'm not sure if it's going to be filling his ultimate gauge back up again. So Shoko is going to be using her ultimate, providing healing for multiple turns, which is good. And then hollow purple, boom, single target damage. Just a lot of freaking damage, which is, again, very, very good to see. Comes out of the enlightened state, which is okay. So that means that he's just not going to be taking damage at that point. Also, critical damage increase, which is good. So honestly, I really like him. I like how they are... I like how the fact that he is not turn limited. I hate that for the most parts about like domain expansion Gojo, like blue Gojo and hollow purple Gojo. Enlightened Gojo, I do like the fact that that's not the case, and you do have that flexibility to go into taking damage as well as further increasing your own damage output with counters. So that's going to be very interesting. Overall, I do think this Gojo is strong. Now, whether or not he is unquestionably number one, I don't know, because domain expansion Gojo does a whole lot already, being a good damage dealing character as well as being a pseudo supporter with his domain expansion, and then obviously domain expansion Sukuna being very, very, very strong. So it's going to be interesting. Obviously, I'm going to summon for him, and then hopefully we get him, and then we can do a showcase for him.